TheSmartLocal.com.
Oh, because you know what? Smart people, right? Later they say,
very hard and they get A.
Oh my god, can I have another 5 minutes? I feel like I'll get it this time.
He or she should.
Hi guys.
hello.
Were you from a polytechnic or junior college?
Poly. Actually, why you look like a JC kid to me? I don't know.
I look smart.
Whoa, okay, hold on.
I was from Nanyang Polytechnic, Industrial Design.
From Temasek Polytechnic in Tampines. I did mass school.
That was from Republic Polytechnic and I was studying supply chain management.
I was from Ngee Ann Polytechnic and I was studying business studies.
Wow, look at us doing such different things now.
I'm from Republic Poly and I did mass comm.
I'm from Ngee Ann Poly. My course is Film Sound Video.
FSV.
Wait, which year did you graduate?
3 years ago.
Oh my god, so recent! In poly, how were you graded?
It's like a lot of project based. So it's like a lot of presentations. Need to design products, that kind of thing. Then they'll grade based on your design. Every time at the end of the semester, then you get graded or not.
RP is like daily grade. Throughout the day, they see whether you understand what is being taught. Then they will have a presentation. Then based on your knowledge on that, and then plus your reflection journal, that's what RJ is. Then you get your daily grade. Then it's like a cumulative of all the lesson, and then like a percentage of exam.
You need to be more consistent in poly, I would say. Because every semester your grades matter. But then in JC, it's you're just chionging for A-levels.
What subjects or modules do you take in poly?
The first year was very, very mundane and boring. Basically stuff you need in uni. Then towards the end, you get into specializations of you can go into broadcast, you can go into marketing, you can go into editorial. So I went into broadcast and then I picked up things like radio production, TV broadcast. Everyone that did mass comm would have touched on every single thing.
Meanwhile,
Something relating to transportation. Like how do you map out the route for your goods? I think I took statistics also.
Like business stats, right? Oh my
Yeah.
god, I really hate that shit.
Oh my god, I don't even remember what did I do.
Confirm you got sound mixing, filming.
I think I got to take some journalism thing. Because I also got a thought of going to the mass comm route to be like a DJ or something.
So in this episode of Singaporeans Try, you have a taste of what it's like if you had chosen the junior college path instead. You'll be attempting some exam questions from JC papers.
I think I go with you.
God damn.
It's impossible.
My brain is not awake yet.
I know the jump from secondary school to JC is insane.
That's what everyone says.
Like the curriculum got maths, got English, got science ma. So were you good in those? Obviously not lah.
No.
Face it
No. I grew up in the era when young people were certainly obnoxious, but were also busy trying to change the world, and they had ideas about how to live and what to do that went far beyond adapting corporate logos and scanning the latest gear on the rails at Topshop. Hey, the sentence structure very long
Yet, the more shallow the experience of youth becomes, the more insistently it seems to dominate the culture and the general life of the nation.
Many elderly people in Britain are being starved in their nursing homes, mistreated, exposed to neglect and poor nutrition.
While all the pointless whistles and bells of youth are surrounded every day, we discover we are living in a country that does not know how to honor and serve the dignity of age.
How does the author illustrate the idea that we are living in a country that does not know how to honor and serve the dignity of age? What subject
What is it? What is general paper?
Oh, general knowledge share.
This is not general knowledge. The answer is A.
Isn't that the last line? Living in a country that does not know how to honor and serve the dignity of age.
I totally did not understand a thing.
Oh wait, use your words. I thought it's pick up from the passage.
The first extremely long sentence is about in that day and age where the author is living in. The people are usually very obnoxious.
She's just reading whatever there is there.
Era, Taylor Swift era too. Okay, so basically, Singlish explanation is last time young people not good lah, but last time the young people tried to do something good. But then now, young people just not good.
meanwhile,
Ta-da! If you haven't subscribed to us, please do so now. Click. Notification bell also.
Yes.
Okay, back to having our brains fried. I think
Okay, so my answer is that the author actually described the social issues that is happening in the society that he's living in, with all these young adults like dominating and like leading riots in the society, while there's also old people that are suffering from economical problems.
Whoa.
And the poor quality of life. The country that they live in don't really know how to cherish and like honor their lives. Wow.
The young people he refers to is selfish, arrogant these days. Probably he is old.
The author is trying too hard. He or she should get off his or her high horse and try to communicate to the masses because we didn't understand what the shit he was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what about me?
Of course!
I don't know what they're looking for.
Honestly, yeah.
Author illustrates this idea by giving the examples of Britain's nursing homes where a large population of the aged do not have their basic needs such as food met, are abused, experience abandonment and lack of nourishment.
Basically what they did is they take out this passage, then they rephrase, which is what I did, but I pick out the wrong phrase.
Honestly, same.
Alright? No such thing. You wrote a whole drama, babes.
Melting point of calcium is at 839 degrees Celsius is much higher than the melting point of sodium, 98 degrees Celsius. Which statement is the most relevant in explaining the difference?
You know got a song for it. This is the periodic table.
What affects melting points?
The closer the atoms are, the faster they heat up. That's what I know.
Isn't atom the whole thing that is made out of electrons and protons?
If the atom is larger, that means it takes more energy to break them apart. But if it's smaller, it falls apart faster.
Why?
Because like if it's big, right, the heat has to transfer to each atom individually because they are bigger. But if the smaller the atoms are closer together, this atom heats up, it will shake the other atom, and this atom heats up, then the other atom will shake.
I don't think they go by weight also. So I think A and B is out.
Actually, like all makes sense. Just that I don't know what's correct.
Yeah,
I think C.
I feel like the answer won't be as complicated. I think it will be just straightforward. So it's either larger or heavier. I choose B.
C.
Oh my god!
You see, I told you C is the correct.
I was thinking, right, because the electrons were charged ma, then there must be a reason why it's like more hot. Because maybe they charge more.
Oh, so we were thinking properly lah. Like density was like involved in like the melting point or that.
I'm also correct. All is true.
Valence electrons.
That one I
Here
heard
before.
before. Yeah.
Valence electron is the electrons on the outer shell, okay, which can be delocalized.
Okay lah, quite close I guess.
Which of the following is not a characteristic of cancer cells?
All I know is contact and stimulate.
I think cancer cell is quite like hard to get rid of, right? So it feels like they anchor themselves somewhere inside it.
Yeah,
Right.
possibly.
I don't think it's A because
think it's A.
it's like
Independent.
independence, but cancer cells I don't think they're independent. They latch onto a part of your body.
Stimulate might be true because cancer, they stimulate around the body.
Oh, and then like there's a bit of genesis.
A Genesis vibes.
Metastasis sounds like I heard it in a doctor show before.
I thought Facebook.
Inhibition
What is
means,
inhibition?
if I'm not wrong, right, means like I stay at that place. So contact inhibition, right, it's like I contact you really, right?
Then
Then
you
I
stay
stay there.
So the cells also stay there.
Yeah.
Let me just see which answer I resonate with the most. Which one has the most powerful energy?
Oh, this is gonna be a guess again, eh?
Yeah.
B. Have I answered A yet? Haven't, right? Try answer
I'll
A.
just C.
You know what?
Short.
I pick A. Ah.
I really
We are taking the literal meaning of it.
A.
C.
I just like the word metastasis.
I'm going to change.
You could have.
I'm going to change. Oh.
Cancer cells typically lack contact inhibition, which means they do not stop dividing and growing when they come into contact with neighboring cells, unlike normal cells.
So we were like close lah when we were talking about the contact, but not so close lah.
Next question, you need your graphing calculator, please.
Abel, Ben, and Caleb travel from Raffles Place to Bishan using the same route. They hired private transport from different car companies, car X, Y, Z, respectively.
Ben and Caleb had cash vouchers which could be used to offset the final fares. Ben's cash voucher was twice as much in value as Caleb's.
So the fare comprises of three components: a fixed base fare, which is the distance travelled and the time taken for the journey. The rates of the different companies are as shown.
Abel, Ben, and Caleb paid $15.60, $6.60, $9.40, respectively.
Find the distance travelled between the time taken from Raffles Place to Bishan. Assume that the traffic is same for all three journeys.
As someone who take a lot of private hires,
$3.
from Raffles Place to Bishan, I think the time taken is about 20 to 30 minutes. Now we got one part done.
Okay, I legit feel like I can solve this one, so let me try it properly.
Ebo use car X, Ben use car Y, Caleb use car Z.
Yes.
Let's do it. Okay.
320, 1560 divided by... See, I don't know what I'm doing with help.
Wow, this is gonna be a long ass equation, man.
Ben and Caleb got cash vouchers, but they never say about Apple. Means Apple got no cash voucher.
Yes.
Is H1 maths?
Yes.
So
Subjects are H1.
all of them.
Which is the basic level. So it's A maths lah, 10 off.
Okay, this is my answer.
Wow.
My answer is the distance is 12 km, the time is 90 minutes.
With the idea that cash voucher is X and then just plus here, minus there, divide here, divide there, I found out that the distance travelled is 12.75 km, round up to 13 km. Now that I found out what's the distance, somehow I found out the time taken is 18.62 minutes, round up to 19 minutes.
Close.
Sorry, I'm almost
Wow, so close. It's in some way I probably messed up my calculations, but yeah.
Honestly,
We tried.
there's no need for us to know.
You never take into consideration of whether it's busy traffic.
Okay, good. I don't want to know these questions. Moving on.
What?
Malay fisherman at Changi Beach by Chua Mia T, 1977, figure 1.
Comment on the brushwork, color and composition of this artwork.
This question, we will assess your answers based on how creative and entertaining it is.
Oh, it's creatively, so there's no right or wrong lah.
I'm gonna put on my Picasso hat now.
Let's just talk about color. They are using warm tones.
Do I need to know the types of brushwork?
I think so.
It's called creativity.
Chua Mia T is so detailed in his or her brushwork that it brings to life the artwork.
If you can see, right, there's a combination of short strokes and scrapes in the sand.
But I think there was also the use of sponges to really have that rawness and the ability to bring out the painting.
Landscape, like kind of, look at the colours of the trees, right? It's like the vibrant green. It's not like, Dr.
I feel it's very strokey. They're under the heat, the sun. You could feel it, and I could feel you.
The man in the top left corner that is staring right into your eyes. Although he looked like he is 59, you can tell he is only 47. Still have the chesticles, still have the arm muscles.
Mia T actually wrote his or her name there. So it's like the fine details that they add to the artwork as an artist.
All artists will put their watermark.
Oh really, man? Oh.
Okay, lah, A for effort, like, give your 1 point each.
Thank you very much.
Is there even an answer to
Okay,
it?
so this is the actual answer.
Naturalistic colours that resembles life.
Brushwork, smooth blended brush stroke, sculpted veins. Wow, I went
that's what
even
you
more
said.
in depth. Chesticles.
I feel like the answer is missing out a very key thing, which is what the artist was trying to portray, like life, Singapore life.
Okay, guys, so how are the questions?
Wow, we started off very difficult but ended off beautifully.
We ended off strong.
I feel the questions are really tough because if I were to transition from O level to that and that's all H1, I would be crying, dude.
I think these are like very, very easy to them. This is probably like part 1 out of like part 10 question.
I always thought that JC will be a very advanced version of secondary school. I think yes, but even more.
For the questions, what you expected?
Yeah, the GPA, it surprised me. It's because like, similarly, I didn't understand what you're trying to ask me.
It being difficult, hard? Yes, I expected all that to happen, and it is hard.
Actually, I expected it to be harder. But I think y'all cannot give us the hardest questions. Like, if you start pulling out like the formulas and stuff, then I'll be like, okay, nope.
Thank you for watching this episode of Singaporeans Strive. If you like this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.
Ring the notification bell and watch our other videos over there. Bye!